Welcome to the Toodyay Gaol. The Toodyay lockup used to be the Newcastle Gaol as our location to take a look at today. It is now a museum for the prison and for some of the families and for those of war as well. It's got a bit of everything, as well as a family home at one point in time, so it's got a lot of history to it. It's a crazy looking place. It doesn't look like much from the outside, but trust me, when you get in there, it's absolutely fantastic. So Kana is coming. This is your first time in Toodyay as well.
Yeah, it is.
You've been like here for like an hour or so, and you're already coming here.
Yeah,
so,
pretty much.
And we've got Kat with us behind the camera, who's coming on a journey with us as well. So should we go see? Let's go to jail. Let's go to jail. Come to jail with us today. Come on, let's go.
Put it in the slots, mark 1, 2 or 3, push the lever down and away you go.
Alrighty. Wish me luck.
Top slots, not the bottom
Wish me luck. I don't know why I went for 3.
Well,
2's my number. They've not lined up yet. I got 1, 2, 3 of hearts.
Does
that get me anything? No? Alright, I don't think I got anything.
I'm sorry, no winners today. No cigars for you today.
Good luck, Kana.
It's not played out today at all. It's weird.
No winners?
No.
No. Okay.
One more to go then.
Alright. Good luck.
Alrighty. What one did you go?
1.
1, and you went 3?
Yep.
Alright, let's go 2.
Lucky number 2.
I got the ace of spades. That's all I care about.
No.
It's done dirty again.
No winners. No winners.
No winners on any lines.
No, there you go.
Do you want to read out the thing? Read out about it? Nah, it's down the bottom.
Oh yeah,
No cigars for anybody.
That's it. So it's the Toodyay Club poker machine, also known as the Crackerjack slot machine. Toodyay Club money, brass to the value of 6 pence, paid out on poker machine winnings, was used at the bar to buy beer and cigarettes. The machine was banned from the club in 1960 and eventually made its way to Toodyay Tourist Information Centre for display. This was manufactured by J. Landers & Co. Sydney around 1911.
Nice.
So,
which hotel was it at? Which club?
Toodyay Club money.
2J Club.
I've been at the Toodyay Club, which was a private members club. In other words, anybody from the town could belong to it, and it was there for all those years, but it had to come out in the 1960s when the casino opened.
Oh wow, there was a casino here?
And so therefore we've got it here now. We put it on display just so you people can play with it.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, thank you.
Thank you so much, man. There's people in there.
I forgot to get a pamphlet. There might have been information to read as we go through.
Get the living fucking daylights out of me.
Can you open it?
No.
I actually kind of hurt my head a bit, that's good. I'm going here first.
Yeah.
Have I got the light on still? Someone let me know.
These are how big.
Gross.
What?
Spider.
Oh, there's a spider at the very top there.
Oh, yeah. I think it's dead.
So these are the cells. So let's be aware, okay? Now people are going to think Toodyay Gaol, Moondyne Joe. Let me clear something up about Moondyne Joe. Everywhere that is supposedly haunted in WA, this guy has been at. Whether it's Fremantle, whether it's here, whether it's not. Okay, so he spent only one night in the lockup, and that lockup is not even this building. It's the old lockup that was across the road. So people always think, well, Moondyne Joe is here, this guy here. He was only locked up for one night. So it's like, they've done this cell around him, but this wasn't his cell, or this wasn't where he stayed. So a lot of people might get that confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that given that he was just such a notorious criminal and escape artist, bandit, so to say, in Perth's history, nearly every jail, I think, has a tribute to him.
Fremantle Prison is the one where you're probably most likely, it's where he escaped from twice. And the second one with Fremantle, they did say, look, if you get out of this cell again, we're going to drop the charge. And he got out a second time, and they actually let him go.
And they ended up making him a bushranger in this area, so he has a really strong connection to this place.
And fun fact, I believe he actually spent time in the Fremantle Arts Centre when it was an asylum because he went doolally, and I believe he spent time there.
Yeah, wow.
Which a lot of people don't know, he actually passed away in a mental institution because he went crazy. So, yeah, so if you get the Fremantle Arts Centre, he spent time there
from
too.
Fremantle twice in the space of 2 years.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
And the second time they let him go.
Well, it says he was recaptured.
He was but then the second time they did say, hey, look, if you get out, we're going to let you go. And they dropped all charges, they kept their promise.
Does it say that here? After his release, he sought work as a carpenter, logger and chef.
After his release.
However, he found himself in and out of prison on numerous small charges. After years of poor health and a slipping mind, Johns died in 1900 at the Fremantle Lunatic Asylum.
Yep.
Wow.
There you go. So,
Do we know where he's buried?
we do not.
Yes we do. Moondyne Joe's grave at Fremantle.
There we go. So there you go. My history was right.
Here it is, yeah. So this was the end of... Oh, hang on, here we go. Vineyard walked to his wine cellar to find Moondyne Joe, who had hoped to celebrate his second anniversary of escape from the Fremantle convict prison. Joe tried to escape but ran into the arms of a group of policemen that Ferguson was entertaining. This was the end of Moondyne Joe's escapades. However, while Joe was imprisoned, he remembered a bet Governor Hampden had made before Joe's escape from Fremantle, stating that if Joe did escape his specially constructed cell, he would be forgiven. Governor Weld upheld the bargain, granting Joe his ticket of leave in 1871.
There you go.
That was pretty crazy.
The Dorizzi family were the ones that, after this was a lock-up jail, actually lived here. Because I believe, lest we forget, they went to war and never returned. They were captured, I believe. Captured by the Japanese.
Did one of them return?
Gordon died on February 11, aged 28, same day as his brother Bert, aged 26. They were amongst the prisoners who were shot for applauding the Allied planes as they bombed the Japanese airships. Tom Dorizzi, aged 31, died during the Sandakan renewed death march on the 11th of March 1945.
And this was their childhood home.
This was their childhood home. So when it wasn't a jail, they used this. Like I was saying in there, back in that time, it was very odd for people to have their own bedrooms, and these essentially were their own rooms, and because they were normally all kept in one room sleeping whatnot. So
That would be so creepy to have your bedroom be an old jail cell. I don't know how I would feel about that personally.
no, but do you know what? If you were living your life constantly, like so many people crammed in one room, like a family of 5 in one room, and then being given your own space to go,
You'd take it, wouldn't you?
you'd take it. I reckon. Considering no one would be getting that. But you know what? Like, just because people were locked up here, it was only a lockup, it wasn't like a full-blown jail. That's what we've got to remember.
True.
It was a lock-up prison, it wasn't like a full-blown, convicts jail, quite like Frio and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I just found the nurse was really interesting because obviously she's like in a similar field that
You're interested, okay.
Yeah, so basically she was on a ship and the Japanese pilots bombed the ship. She spent 2 days at sea before finally getting to a beach on the island of Bangka, which were actually under the Japanese control. And one of the nurses, Sister Vivian Bullwinkle, which we all know is a bush here in Australia, the Bullwinkle bush, actually survived by pretending to be dead. And then she returned home to give all of the news to all of the Australian families about what was actually going on. And so,
Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty incredible.
I thought that was really interesting.
What's her connection to this place?
I think this is just about the war cell and the...
It's just about the Toodyay. So she's actually from Toodyay, so it's just one of the women that went to fight.
What was her name?
Alma Beard.
Alma Beard, cool.
Okay, so she did have a strong connection to this place and she returned here after all of that,
Yeah.
just to Toodyay in general.
Yeah, no one's out here. You want to talk about small chairs?
I've got to see this. Oh wow. Can you sit on that one for me? I can't quite appreciate how small it is.
Oh, Jesus, I can't appreciate getting this low to the ground.
Oh no.
I do not trust this bench.
Maybe that was your punishment.
I love this, they got little slingshots. They got slingshots. A rubber band attached to a forked stick was pulled back to propel a stone, often quite a long distance away. In Western Australia, they were commonly known as gings?
Yeah.
Gings, yeah.
Gings. Yeah, you make a ging.
They've done really well to upkeep this museum, hey? Like, they've got some seriously cool dated stuff in here. Look at some of this stuff. It's crazy, isn't it?
What is it?
No, I was going to say, if they're going to beat someone to death with that, that's crazy.
Oh.
But it's not. I don't think it is.
I'm glad for that. What does that say? Truncheon or kosh?
I have no idea what
Smooth
that
wood
is.
slightly narrowed at each end. It appears hand finished and has holes in one end through it, which a strong string is threaded.
Look at the size of these fucking padlocks. Look how massive that is.
It looks like what they use for whipping that one does.
Oh, it is.
Because that's what they use in
It is.
Fremantle.
Oh wow.
There's an actual one in Fremantle prison.
Yeah, it's got the whipping post, isn't it?
And then they've actually
Jesus.
got the actual tool
So
too.
that would have, yeah.
So that's what they mean by the shoestring or whatever threaded through the end.
Criminals. Okay, the following crimes, this is the Newcastle James, this is Newcastle. Being drunk and disorderly in a public place. Using abusive or insulting language in a public place. We'd all be arrested these days. We would be done. Wasting your estate and exposing your family to want. Violently resisting police in the execution of their duty. Knowingly or carelessly permit stock from your property to roam the main street. Wandering at large and being of unsound mind with no visible means of support.
So that means like disabled or
Yeah.
if you've got a mental disability or mental illness.
Wow.
Driving a vehicle between sunset and daylight without having a lamp or lantern securely fixed and kept alight on each side of the
So
front
that's
of the
the
vehicle.
same as now, because if
Yeah.
when your headlights are out, you can get pulled over. And get
Going
fined.
out armed in public, such as a manner as to cause fear.
Mm.
So you can go out in public armed, but if you're not causing fear, it's okay.
Mm.
Unlawfully assault a person and thereby do him bodily harm. Supplying natives with liquor.
That's
Yeah. Willingly and
Malignantly.
setting fires, neglecting to send your child who is between 6 and 14 years of age to a public school.
That's trying to get that.
Yeah. So there you go, criminals. That's crazy, hey. Yeah, this is the. I don't like it.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's beautiful. Like, look at the artwork, the like detail that went into it.
I'd rock it.
But also look at the waist. Like, women were very, very like tiny.
Petite.
Yeah.
Petite, yeah. No, I don't like this room.
Really?
Yeah.
I like this room. Oh, look at the spinning wheel. Oh my god, where's Aurora? Well, we need her. Pick my finger on the spinning wheel.
Yeah, I don't know. This is probably my least favourite one.
That's so interesting. I actually quite like this room.
Yeah, I got a funny feeling coming in. And last time it was right as I got close to the cabinet, and I haven't been over there yet, so I'll see.
I actually like, it's
See
gorgeous.
Do you know what I'm liking?
Mm.
Normally Kana is the one to like be like, I don't like this. I don't
Yeah.
like the feeling. Since coming into Toodyay, she's chill as fuck.
There's nowhere yet that you're like, I really don't like the feeling
Yeah,
here.
I know.
Which is bizarre, because you even found that at Jason's house.
I
You
know,
were like,
and I'm not wearing
really?
crystals or anything. I've got my bracelets that I always wear, so that's, I don't know about crystal or anything.
But you know what though, right? We know the Freemasons is quite active. We know this place, teams have been in here and got evidence here. As well as, is it the Manor now?
Yeah, 2J Manor.
2J Manor now is active. But just because they're active doesn't necessarily mean bad. And that's the thing. Like, this place would probably have more negative energy than any of the other places in 2J because it was a locker, but it was also a family home, and the heirlooms of the Whitfield family and all that. It might have a lot of more positive energy than negative because, yeah.
I feel like in that room I had a lot more, like the nurse's room, I had a lot more positive energy, but I feel like that's because it was something that I'm passionate about, and so I can relate.
But you know,
to
that's the
these.
thing. A lot of that stuff may have belonged to someone, and they're connected to the belongings more than the actual, you know, locker.
But like,
So
this
it's
is
like-
just, this dress is just gorgeous. The amount of detail, because this all would have been done like hand sewn too.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just the amount of detail in it is gorgeous.
It's absolutely beautiful.
It's gorgeous. Like,
Would you rock that?
I reckon I would rock that. Like, all that black lace. Come on.
it's very cat. It's very cat.
Yeah. I could totally do that.
Even like, it kind of, it's actually, to be honest, it's kind of giving me Narcissa Malfoy vibes. Draco Malfoy's mum vibes. Does anyone else say that?
Yeah.
But like, even the fan, that's beautiful. But
So, the two-piece dress, matching silk skirt and vest in teal green with black stripe in 1860. So that's 1860. That is like, what, 140 years old? That dress is 140 years old.
so the 1950 display was set up, and that was that dress in the display too, though.
At this time, we would like to provide a cultural sensitivity warning for our Aboriginal viewers. The next part of this video documents some of the darkest parts of West Australian history. The records shown include photos of deceased persons, as well as words and descriptions of the time which are now considered offensive and may cause some distress. We would like to give people the opportunity to fast forward now to 22 minutes and 57 seconds, if it makes them feel uncomfortable. Now, back to the video. Yeah, this is the Aboriginal history. The invasion began. I don't know if I'm comfortable talking about that.
I'm not, so I think I'm gonna head out.
Just because it might be a bit too
I don't want to insult
harsh for people
anyone.
to listen to.
I think that you should say a little something just to pay your respects. Acknowledge the history in some sense would be nice.
Yeah.
Both of you, because I think that it would be really rude of us to come here and not actually make any acknowledgement of some dark history.
Yeah, so this did have some dark history. And it's funny we come to this location with this name because that is actually synonymous with something we have picked up on. This name.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what, but essentially the Pinjarra massacre, where up to 80 Noongar people were murdered. Sterling's government had begun its invasion eastward and granted Noongar land to Europeans without consent. So it was pretty much an invasion of the people that were here.
So primarily the Noongar were imprisoned for crimes against the introduced stock, between 1 year and 7 years for stealing a sheep, incredibly 14 years for receiving a stolen sheep, with or without a flogging with the cat of 9 tails, up to 1 year for stealing rations and 1 year for stealing flour. Aboriginal people could be imprisoned for speaking their own traditional language, evidence they were not being civilised. Rottnest, known as the Wajamup to Noongars, marked the beginning of a long history of notoriously brutal imprisonment for Aboriginal people, including children as young as 8 years and some in their 70s, as European settlers expanded further afield in Western Australia.
I just want to acknowledge that this is a location that Aboriginal people were imprisoned so brutally
And I will say that here before we walk in, because
and wrongfully.
there is an audio that plays in this room, so we're probably not going to get us talking on the mic, because that will probably get picked up. But I will say that barbell that's on the floor in there, I believe is original, and this was the cell that the original Noongar people all went to, and were literally all padlocked together on that bar at the bottom, and they were all pretty much put in this one. So
everybody else had individual prison cells.
I'll be honest, I don't like that room.
yeah,
There's no windows, it's just dark.
it's literally no windows.
Yeah.
It's literally just pitch black, and you're not going to hear, because there's a video that plays. But I believe you might want to turn the light on.
Oh.
That's what they had against their feet.
That's what they all had against their feet, and the bar is original. Native cell. It's marked on plans Newcastle as a native cell. The cell was originally used as a storeroom, but within 2 years was used for imprisoning local Baladong people. The iron bar and the shackles are the last remnants of the original use of the cell. It was commonly imprisoned for drunkenness or petty theft, but other than charging for carrying out traditional punishments or scoring for so most sentences were only a few days to a month. Longer sentences for more serious crimes were carried out in prisons at Fremantle or Rottnest. There you go. Should we go into the Rizzy and turn the spirit talk on?
Derizzi or the dress one?
The Rizzy first.
Okay.
We have the spirit talker here with us at the moment. We're currently in the Derizzi Brothers Memorial Cell.
And as you can see, it's on aeroplane mode, so and no SIM card.
So basically what the spirit talker is, it uses frequencies to respond to us, and it can be environmental and all that sort of stuff. Basically we're going to ask some questions and hope to get an answer. From what we can hear, we'll then decipher from then, and if a few of us hear different things, we'll go from there and figure it out. But yeah.
Anything you want to add to it? Or?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good to me. So yeah, here it is. It's our app here, and obviously we're loading up here. I'm going to put it down because that way it's not being waved around. It's sturdy. Okay, and it's on. It should speak out loud, so the camera should pick it up.
Is the volume turned up on it?
I have, yes.
Yes, wait.
So yeah, we're in the Derizzi Brothers Memorial Cell at the moment. This is the cell this is their old home, essentially, that has been turned...
Don't trust the bad ones.
Don't trust the bad ones straight off the bat.
Basically, none of the Derizzi brothers, Tom, Bert and Gordon, came home.
Yeah.
They all lost their lives while fighting for Australia, overseas.
And we come here respectfully, and if there is anyone here, if they would come forward, we'd like to chat with you, and we here out of respect and giving you a platform to speak. And
I have a lot of respect for soldiers. Got a lot of family that were a part of defending
my
Australia.
great granddad was part of World War as well. He was a pilot.
Yeah, mine was he was at the Kokoda track, so my mum's walked it, and but got a lot of family history in revolving around the war, and people defending Australia. So a lot of respect coming from all three of us.
Yeah, and I think coming from this might be a positively charged cell. You know what I mean? Like,
potentially, yeah.
So I thought it'd be respectful if this is the first cell we do.
Yeah.
Just to see, because
So there are artifacts around this room.
Stare.
Oh.
I was literally just staring at the gas mask next to me.
Oh wow. So yeah, there's artifacts here from the war, from World War One, and I suppose that could have negative energy attached to it.
Yeah.
But also this was somebody's bedroom, and these Dorisi brothers, they lived here, and even though they died overseas at war, there's potential that this being their home and their family still lived here, that they could still have some attachment to this place. So if any of the Dorisi family are present with us, please come forwards and speak with us. We'd be really interested in hearing from you.
Yeah, we'd be interested in hearing from you. I find it really interesting that of all the places you come to a lockup and you obviously feel pretty comfortable.
Well, it was like the same as Fremantle actually. I didn't have bad vibes at all. My mate, she was like under the impression that every little thing was like, she was like, oh my god, it's a spirit. And I'm like, but it's not though. And then she was like, something's holding my hand the entire time. And I was like, is it though? She was like, put your hand here. And I'm like, it just feels the same.
Yeah.
And then she was like, oh, I hate going in this room. And I'm like, okay, I get that, but I don't.
I think with people like that is they've amped it up to be something already, so they're expecting it to be.
100%.
It's like, if you're going into a Fremantle prison, let's face it, everyone knows that Fremantle prison is haunted with spirits.
And you're expecting
You were
something.
expecting stuff,
100%.
so you walk in there and it's like everything's going to make you jump.
Yeah, and that's
Greta.
Greta.
I didn't say Greta.
Yeah.
It's a name.
Hi Greta, thanks for coming forwards and speaking with us.
Yeah.
Are you able to tell us your attachment to this place?
I was going to say, the service people, the list is right there. If you could give us a last name, Greta.
Brother.
What did it say?
The attachment to this place is brother.
Brother. So
Your brother?
Did the Dorisi brothers have a sister?
I don't think so.
Her brother lived here, could have been the
Had
Dorisi
5
father.
sons.
Yeah, 5 sons.
Or maybe her attachment is the brothers. She had some relationship with the brothers. So we're talking about the Dorisi brothers as a
Family,
as a family.
Carter's reading.
They've got daughters.
Parents, sons, daughters. No, that's about the whole.
No, as in like with the Dorisi brothers.
Left a steady business doing this.
Yeah.
They left their hobbies of football, swimming, and whippet racing, and their friends in the community where they had served in the fire brigade.
And they said goodbye to their parents, sons, daughters, and other loved ones. So unless it's a
Prison.
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 Brother in prison. With the fact that said prison and we were in a prison is actually really cool.
That is really cool, yeah.
That
That
is
shows
awesome.
some real relevance to the responses that we're getting.
Yeah, that shows
Okay.
alright, awesome.
Was your brother imprisoned? Yeah.
Unless they were imprisoned overseas.
Maybe, but
Because the Dorisi brothers were captured and put in prison.
That would be quite an indirect answer though to
But
what's
it could also,
what's your connection to this?
Obvious.
The obvious answer, not the incorrect, not the
obvious
incorrect
answer.
answer.
Jail here.
Yeah, prison here, as opposed to. The question was,
In
what's
caption.
your connection to this place,
Prison.
brother
Prison.
and prison? Are you able to show us any physical sign that you're here with us in this room, at this place?
Can we knock on the glass here?
Or make one of the lights blink.
Last time I did that, I got scratched.
A knock would be preferable to a scratch, please.
Yes, that would be amazing. I like the Dorsey brothers. He's got a Triforce when he did it.
I felt someone just touched my leg. Like here.
Yeah?
I felt like a...
Oh.
That's
on
interesting.
my knee.
Please move back.
So please move back.
Yeah.
Which one of us?
We'll give him the floor.
Give you the space.
Can you
Mine's shot still.
I'll just come this way slightly.
Yeah, there you are. We've all moved back. So can you make a noise for us and show us that you're here? Please move back.
Alright.
Cool. Okay. Show us what you've got.
Something touched my knee again. I always lock my knees and I always wear these pants and I've never had the fabric brush up against my knee until right this second.
Okay.
And it's my right knee too. You can like come and touch me if you like or pull my hair and stuff. Like I do give permission because I don't think there's anything bad here. So there you can, yeah.
I thought you were talking for me for a moment there.
Yeah,
Just
touch me.
And I was
Go
just
on.
like, just invite me to come and touch you, Connor?
Oh.
Did you just get your hair touched?
Yeah. It pulls
There's
my
a
hair.
curse.
What did that just say?
There's a curse.
Oh.
Not on me, there's not. But I felt it, and it was like a little tug.
I just heard a brush on my knee too.
See, your right one.
Yes.
Your right one.
My right one.
I've been starting to get intermittent dizzy spells in this room too, by the way. When you
Okay.
said about your knees,
Also,
or touched your
we asked
knee.
them to show them that they're real.
Yeah, I've started getting.
No giving that. Thank you. If that is you, thank you for letting us know. You asked us to move back, so we're all in shock too. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
I really appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. If that was you. I thought, but when it said there's a curse, I thought it said something about nurse, and then I was like, she touched it and said nurse. I was like, oh, but no, it's a curse.
I wonder if it's a curse on this place due to what's happened here, or if it's a curse on one of us though.
Oh,
Not sure.
Understanding.
well, understanding. And so I said thank you for touching us and letting us know we're here. Understanding.
Yeah, we're understanding.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
Would some of the natives have seen this as kind of like a cursed land of what happened to them?
That's what I was.
Potentially.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, because a lot of the Aboriginal people believe that
They found my body.
that land is cursed, and especially if someone has died on a place and they've found a body, that's also known as a curse.
True.
An curse that can't be
Curse.
lifted, no matter how much witchcraft you get into.
What was that name that came up? Sorry.
Greta.
Greta is who we're speaking to. Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Still looking around for names.
Yeah, I looked around. I didn't have anything.
Couldn't find it.
Battery's almost out.
That battery life was going so well before.
Yeah.
Like,
That's gonna go off any second.
I remember thinking we've been filming for like an hour and we've still got good battery.
Let's wrap up this cell then.
Okay, cool.
Well, thank you very much for communicating with us. We really do appreciate it.
That's not creepy at all.
I mean, to be honest, if I had that doll, I'd be donating it to. I would not want that in my house.
Exactly. So was it the Whitfield family? Are they the ones that
So, okay.
lived here or not?
So I remember what he said to us last time, and that was the girl in that picture actually came back and donated this that she's in that photo with a long time after. So her actually in the photo, Anita, like 70 years later I think, or something like that, came back, and that was from the actual photo.
That's awesome. That is so awesome.
Because I remember him telling us last time when we were in here, it was the same dude. Well, thanks for coming on our scout to the Toodyay Gaol, or the formerly Newcastle Gaol. It's cool walking around and seeing so many like items in the museum that belong to the families and the history, and making a little bit of contact with someone, and actually getting prisoned through the spirit talker is pretty crazy. Crossing our fingers if we get a location like this, it would be awesome to do a jail.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic. It's a great museum, and if you are stopping by town at Toodyay, go check it out. But it's been fun. Carter and Kat behind the camera. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you on the next video.
See you next time. Can't wait to come back.
Jazz hands.
An interesting thing that we did have come up is one of our devices that gives us different words for communication. We had the word prison come up when we asked what's your association with this place.
Mine.
The name that came up, so we had the name Greta come up, and we asked what is your association with this place.
And it said prison.
And it said prison.
Prison.
So.
Well, I'm not going to go through all the convicts that were here.
Yeah.
That's the only way we could do it, I suppose, is by going through all the convicts or people that were here. But
it's just interesting.
Females would be a small number.
Yeah. Do you know where prison records for here would be?
Yes.
Yeah. Where?
Some of them we have here.
Actually here. Okay.
Not here, no.
No.
In our workshop over the other side of the road.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think we're about to go through anything like that at the moment, but if we need to in future, it's nice to know that they exist.
There's some that we haven't got all of them, but I don't think we've got a fair number of prison records here.
Yeah, right. That's cool.
But the fact that the device actually recognised and said prison is such an intelligent response. It's just like, whoa, okay, all right, that's fairly...
Sometimes, even though we're investigators, we do question whether or not we're getting real stuff come through our devices, and so when it comes up saying something like prison while we're in an old jail, we're like, that's relevant, we're getting something, this could be valid. It's really nice, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a very pleasant place to be, I think. It's not as if it was, I don't think it had, I can't think of anything I've come up against that sort of gives it a bad aura, shall we put it that way. But then again, it was a prison, and we don't know everything about it.
Yeah, the only thing that's might have that kind of weird feeling is obviously the native cell at the very end. But
that could have done, because I don't know how they were well or how badly they were treated. I've got no idea. Others could tell the story. I can't.
Yeah.
I've not been here long enough.
Fair enough.
But yeah,
I've not asked the question really. My head's so full of other stuff that I daren't. But if you've had a good experience here today, just enjoyed yourselves and found something, I'm only too happy for it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's my pleasure.
Thanks for hosting us.